Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into a serious topic, the 10 countries that are gearing up for potential conflict in 2025. Now, I know what you're thinking. Ahmed, my friend, isn't every year a potential powder keg of conflict? And to that I say you're not wrong. But 2025 is shaping up to be particularly spicy. We're talking simmering tensions, bubbling rivalries, the whole metaphorical kitchen sink of potential international incidents. Think of it like this. Remember that time you microwaved a burrito for too long and it exploded? That's 2025, but instead of beans and cheese, it's highly sophisticated weaponry and complex geopolitical dynamics. Over the next few minutes, we'll be taking a look at the key players, their arsenals, and the frankly terrifying situations they might find themselves in. Buckle up, folks. It's going to be a bumpy ride. Let's be honest, the United States inventing new ways to blow things up is about as surprising as finding a Kendall Jenner-sponsored teeth-whitening product in your Instagram feed. It's practically a national pastime at this point, but lately their military spending has reached... Did we accidentally add an extra zero? Levels. And it's not just the sheer amount of money, it's what they're doing with it. Hypersonic missiles, AI-powered drones, laser beams that could probably vaporize your neighbor's annoyingly loud car alarm. It's all very Star Wars, but, you know, less fictional and with potentially more dire consequences. China, with its rapidly expanding military and assertive stance in the South China Sea, is like that friend who shows up to a potluck with a full-on roasted pig. Everyone else brought a sad bowl of potato salad, and now they're feeling a little inadequate. From building artificial islands to buzzing Taiwan with fighter jets, China is making it very clear that they are a force to be reckoned with. And while they claim their intentions are purely peaceful, their actions are making a lot of people nervous. Kind of like when your roommate says they'll do the dishes later, but you know you're going to end up doing them yourself. Russia. Land of borscht, ballet, and apparently a penchant for invading neighboring countries when the mood strikes. Recent events have shown that Vladimir Putin is not afraid to use military force to achieve his goals, and frankly, he's gotten quite good at it. While the rest of the world scrambles to react, Russia is out there playing 4D chess with the geopolitical landscape. They're forging alliances, expanding their influence, and generally making everyone wonder what they're going to do next. It's a bit unnerving, to say the least. India, with its massive population and rapidly growing economy, is like that friend who quietly becomes a millionaire through cryptocurrency investments. You always knew they were smart, but suddenly they're buying an island and you're stuck wondering how you missed the memo. They've been steadily increasing their defense budget and modernizing their military, and let's just say they're not doing it for kicks. Border disputes with China and Pakistan have kept them on edge, and they're making it clear that they're not afraid to throw down if they have to. Pakistan often finds itself caught between a rock and a hard place, or more accurately between India and, well, everyone else. It's a tough neighborhood to be in, and they've had to learn to survive. They've got a capable military, a nuclear arsenal, and a whole lot of internal strife to deal with. It's a volatile mix, and one that has the potential to boil over at any moment. Think of it like this. Remember that time you accidentally sat in the middle of a screaming match between your aunt and uncle at Thanksgiving dinner? That's Pakistan, except instead of passive-aggressive comments about cranberry sauce, it's potential nuclear war. North Korea is like that friend who shows up to a party uninvited, drinks all your beer, and then threatens to punch everyone in the face before passing out on your couch. They're unpredictable, they're dangerous, and frankly, nobody really wants them there. But here's the thing about North Korea, they've got nukes. Lots of them. And they're not afraid to remind everyone about it, like a toddler brandishing a sippy cup full of juice they just threw up in. Every missile test, every fiery speech from Kim Jong-un is a reminder that this is a situation that could go sideways very, very quickly. Iran is like that intricate puzzle box you got at a flea market. It looks cool, you're pretty sure there's something valuable inside, but you've been trying to open it for years, and you're starting to think it might just be full of spiders. They've got a long and complicated history, a government that seems to operate on its own logic, and a habit of popping up in the middle of every regional conflict like a game of geopolitical whack-a-mole. And just when you think you're starting to understand them, they do something completely unexpected. Are they a rational actor on the world stage, or a powder keg waiting to explode? Honestly, at this point, it's anyone's guess. Israel is a country that's no stranger to conflict. Surrounded by enemies and constantly on guard, they've turned defense into an art form. They've got cutting-edge technology, a highly trained military, and a population that's all too familiar with the realities of war. But it's a delicate balancing act. They're constantly having to weigh the need for security against the risk of further escalation. It's like walking a tightrope while juggling chainsaws and trying to solve a Rubik's Cube. Impressive, but you really hope they don't drop anything. Turkey, under the leadership of Recep Tayyip Erdogan, is experiencing a resurgence of ambition. They're flexing their military muscle, asserting themselves on the world stage, and generally acting like they've got something to prove. And you know what? They kind of do. They've got a strategic location, a growing economy, and a leader who's not afraid to ruffle some feathers. They're like that friend who went through a messy breakup, reinvented themselves at the gym, and now they're strutting their stuff like they're in a music video. Saudi Arabia, the land of oil wealth and lavish palaces, also happens to be a major player in the global arms race. They've got a seemingly bottomless pit of money to throw at the latest and greatest military hardware, and they're not afraid to use it. They're like that friend who buys a sports car they can barely drive just to show off to their neighbors. But here's the thing. All that fancy weaponry doesn't necessarily translate into actual military prowess. They've been bogged down in a disastrous war in Yemen, and their human rights record is, shall we say, less than stellar. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful content. Stay informed and stay safe. Look, the world is a complicated and often scary place. There are a lot of factors at play, a lot of potential triggers for conflict, and a lot of people in positions of power who seem hell-bent on making things worse. But here's the good news, we're not there yet. 2025 is still a couple of years away, and a lot can happen between now and then. So instead of panicking, let's use this knowledge to stay informed, engage in constructive dialogue, and maybe, just maybe, work towards a future where the only explosions we have to worry about are the ones happening in our microwave.